I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I f***ing hate video games, because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
Hey there, Scientist in a Dangerous Spacetime Stefan here with the test results for Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime and Half-Life 2 Episode 1 as part of the ongoing effort to rank every video game ever. Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime is a couch co-op game in which you and up to 3 friends pilot a love-powered spaceship around small maps while fighting enemies and collecting bunnies. Unfortunately, I don't have any friends to play this one with me, but Science is the only co-pilot I've ever needed. Well, Science and this sweet doggo. Oh, he's so cute, yes he is. That's right, dear viewer. I know that you, like me, have no friends, but that doesn't matter for this game.
I got plenty of friends. I can name 3 right off the bat. The gang's all here. Oh!
The animal companion of your choice will respond to directional commands you issue to man individual stations within the ship. This is the main component of the game. Your love-powered spaceship is made up of several stations including weapons, shields, maps, and engines, which can only be controlled one at a time, forcing you, your friends, or an AI companion to be constantly on the move to react to new threats and obstacles. It's a fun and frantic system that I enjoyed way more than I thought I would going in. The art style and music are both incredibly charming. I mean, look at this little pup's tail go as he murders these aliens, and tell me it doesn't melt your heart. The levels can go from a decent challenge to almost overwhelming, but it never stopped being fun. There's extra secrets to find in each map, different ways to upgrade each component of your ship, as well as permanent upgrades that are unlocked after saving a certain amount of bunnies. There are several different campaigns, each with a boss level at the end, so you'll have plenty of content to keep you busy. The only real fault that I could name is that there isn't any online co-op, but that's pretty minor. It is honestly one of the only games I've played so far in this study that I plan to keep playing. It proves that games don't need to be $1 million blockbuster to be great. The next game in today's bracket matchup is Half-Life 2 Episode 1. Half-Life 2 Episode 1 is, confusingly enough, the sequel to Half-Life 2, which is itself a sequel to Half-Life. Unfortunately, Episode 1 is perhaps the worst jumping on point in the entire series. I never beat Half-Life 2, so having the opening sequence that consists of nothing but aliens vaguely threatening a lady and an old man does nothing for me. I even know who these characters are, so I can only imagine how much worse this is for somebody who has this as their first point of contact with the series. The game itself is a puzzle-oriented first-person shooter. Your main weapon is the gravity gun, which was one of the coolest things that was introduced in Half-Life 2. The gravity gun lets you take pieces of the environment and use them to solve puzzles, or just turn them on your foes and murder them. None of it's particularly special anymore, but it's hard to argue the series' historical importance. Episode 1 feels pretty unnecessary on the whole, though in fairness, that's due to the first hour being wholly dependent on the player having finished Half-Life 2. The graphics haven't aged well, but the art direction itself is pretty good. The controls are a bit stiff, but the game design is good with clever if simple puzzles and decent combat. Overall though, I wouldn't recommend this to basically anyone based on my current experience. Honestly, I'm surprised myself. The Half-Life series is widely respected as one of the best franchises on PC, and Half-Life 2 in particular has champions who call it one of the best games ever made. I had reasonably high expectations going in, but I just couldn't find any reason to have Episode 1 stand tall on its own. Lovers in a Dangerous Spacetime is going to take the bracket, which is surely the biggest upset we've seen thus far. As for rankings, Half-Life 2 Episode 1 is going to drop in just underneath Stealth Inc. 2, and Lovers will fall in just shy of finally dethroning Dark Souls 3 and take the number 2 spot. Make sure to tune in next time as Rise of the Tomb Raider takes on Gish.
Love isn't something we invented, it's observable and powerful.